Hi, you guys. Is everything working good? How are you guys doing today? Welcome in, Abraham, Kelly, Victoria. What is the weather like for you guys? We're trying something new. We're gonna see because we will be doing live streams here way more often than over on the other app. Iowa has warmed up to 1 degrees. Holy cow. Minnesota warmed up to over 3 degrees. This is crazy, you guys. I actually really love this processing center. Joanne says it's -3 degrees. -3. This is crazy and wild. Hi, Marianne. Hi, KT. Life with Denise. My TV just randomly turned on down here. I don't know how. I don't know why. We're not quite sure. Day 3. Wow. Where are you at? Hart Miller, you said this is day 3, no power, no water in Mississippi. I was hearing that earlier from Kelly that they are without power and without water. You prep, right? So you have water and power. Please tell me that you do. You're at 10 degrees, but it feels like -8. Hi, Stony. Welcome in. Welcome in. Arkansas is at 14 degrees, but last night was -4. Cuckoo, you still love me? Thanks. I appreciate that. So how many of you guys are in here without power, without water? Do we have more people in here from Mississippi? Ooh, TikTok is telling you. Yeah, I am not leaving TikTok, but we are going to be more consistent here. So there is going to be live streams 5 days a week here, and we're building a schedule. Not connected to the internet. Yeah. They're struggling right now. TikTok's going through the changes with everything. Marianne is in New York. She says she still has power and still has water. Ooh, Logain just got power back 1 hour ago. That's amazing. I'm so glad that you got water back or power back. Alfred says it's 57 degrees here. Okay, California. We got it. We got it, Alfred. Leanna's like, I am very excited for more live streams. Yes, so we will be doing live streams. I will be doing 2 evening live streams because I am a mom. I have family, kids, things like that. So I'm going to dedicate 2 days a week and we will be doing 2 live streams that way. I will also be using this app so that I can do a dual stream with TikTok, but I still will keep 3 live streams a week on TikTok. So I am going to go from 7 days a week on TikTok to 5 days on YouTube, 3 days on TikTok. You just cut your vacation short due to the storm. In Texas, were any airlines canceled? Because I know a lot of airlines were canceled. It's cold in South Carolina, but no snow. Did you know that estimated right now is about 800,000 people without power in the United States? 800,000 people. And time again, we hear, prepping is pointless. How many of you guys have heard prepping is pointless? But there's 800,000 people sitting without power. Joey, one of my moderators, has been working very, very, very hard. I am going to try to do something really quick and see if it actually works. We're going to try something a little different and see if you guys enjoy it. He has been working on this all day. So everybody in here, hopefully this does work. It might work. We've been trying to get it uploaded for, like, the last, like, 40 minutes, and we were having time and time again issues. I think you guys are really gonna like this. There is Joey, Laser BR. Megan goes, "Oh boy." I'm allowing him to, like, dabble into if you guys don't know, Joey actually made my intro and my ending on all my videos. He did this a few years ago. People around me say it's stupid to prep and crazy, and then something bad asks me how you're like, "Who's the crazy one now?" Exactly. Hello, Knife. Welcome in, welcome in. All right, we're gonna try this one out. I wanna see. You guys let me know if you guys like it, but it's a work in progress.
In the ashes of the end rises the Doomsday Queen.
What did you guys think? Was it good? Was the sound there? I'm just curious. Definitely make sure you guys give a thumbs up. Ashley's in here from Jace Medical. Yes, during these, one of the reasons to have, oh, you love it? Oh, you guys like it? I know, it was amazing. When he sent it to me, I was like, I got very excited. That was pretty amazing. I hope you guys are doing some thumbs ups in here. He is extremely talented. I can't do that. I can't do that. Medical preps are so incredibly important. Oh, I forgot that I'm mirrored. How do I fix that? Camera footage. Mirror my camera. Oh, there we go. All right. That feels a lot better. I think we got that fixed. All of these new options on here is going to be a lot better, a lot easier, especially with managing a live stream. I didn't have as many choices with TikTok because they use a TikTok studio, and it just didn't really vibe with what we wanted to do with this channel and how we want to see things grow. So Joey has about 2 feet of snow in his front yard. Who else is over a foot of snow in the areas you guys are located? Mm. Sorry, I am messing with things, by the way. No, no, no. There we go. And that way I can see it a little bit better. KT has over 2 feet of snow. Your immediate family is telling you, it tells you that you are crazy. Oh, wow. Holy cow. Teresa, thank you so much for gifting 5 memberships to people. That is amazing. You guys make sure that you say thank you to Teresa. Now I can watch this on my TV. I believe you can. I think I've got this all set up now, right to the way that I would like it a little bit. I'm going to be editing with it all night. I do need a Sperry says his family says, oh, I'm just going to pin it. I'm going to learn how to do this, right? Crazy for being a prepper. Do they think you're crazy now? Knife says it's 70 and breezy. You have over a foot, Marianne. Yes, you can watch it on TV. Oh, geez. Don't put me on your TV. I'll get really weird. Caitlin has about 2 feet of snow. What states are you guys in? Some places only got ice. I do know Chrissy got snow at first and then a ton of ice, and then now she's getting snow. Gaga, you know I'm going to like crash out and go, oh gosh, no, please don't. Pennsylvania. Husband thinks I'm a little extra for prepping, but it hasn't stopped. Yeah, mine said the same thing until he walked into a grocery store and that is something he's actually talked about, like, on interviews, and he's like, "I used to give her a hard time." And I used to say, the moment a crisis happens, you're going to see supply chains shut down. Things are going to get a little bit harder, right? You're going to notice empty shelves. You're going to notice that people starting to struggle, power struggles that go on, and just grasping for any resources whatsoever. Well, during the pandemic, my husband walked into the store and he literally called me on FaceTime. Never really FaceTimed him before. And he was showing me the shelves and he was like, "You were right. You were right." Oh, I know where I'm going. Comments drive me crazy. Um, Duck got snow Friday, Saturday stayed, and then stayed Sunday. We got sleet. Oh, okay. Great tip, Ashley. Pro tip for Jace. If you're without power, move your medication to the same space that you're trying to heat so it doesn't um get to the starts to erode. Is it erode? Is that the word? Damaged? I guess damaged would be more of the word I'm looking for. Since Thursday. Megan says, "This is what your husband did the same thing." And then you said, "This is why I do what I do." Exactly. It allows people to understand why we do what we do. It's not in fear, it's in very calm format. We always want to stay as calm and collected as physically possible because when it comes to prepping, a lot of it is the doom, the gloom, the intensifying feelings, the what if scenarios. Currently right now we are facing on top of winter storms, on top of dramatic weather conditions. I mean, talk about ice tornadoes. Like, really? Like, who in here has ever had a winter tornado? Like, winter storm tornado. That is very unstable, a very unstable weather system. You guys don't get above freezing until Monday, a week from today. Wow. Ooh, that makes sense, Savage. Savage hunger. My family did not start coming around until they had to ride out Helene, and we had to get the rest of them from North Carolina. Yep. Snow NATO sounds like a sci-fi movie. 100%. Literally a snow tornado. And I was like, this is interesting. The grandkids are loving not being in school. I bet they are living up their best snow days that they could. Megan, I need you to take it back. Take it back. I'm going, can't be doing that here. She's trying to make me blush a little bit today. So for one instance, so we have what? Snow tornadoes, people without water, people without power, extreme weather conditions, heating's affected. Remember, your body is important. You don't want to overexert yourself. I do really like this system. Do you like it, Megan? We definitely want to make sure, that everybody, is staying safe, staying warm. Cuckoo. We've talked about this. The feelings are not mutual. It's okay if you have a crush. And I am a very sarcastic human being. And that is totally fine. All the flattery is there. But cuckoo, I need you to downplay it just a bit. Thank you. Anyways, solar generator was the most most useful item. Ooh, that I picked up since 2021 at the end of hunting season and clearance hand warmers. Have you tried the rechargeable hand warmers? That's what I use. What do I think about the people bringing in snow and ice and trying to melt it and it not melting? So there is a lot of different things that can cause that. However, it is very suspicious because there is things that go across the sky and leave a little trail. I don't know what I'm allowed to say over here. I'm so used to being reprimanded for talking about things. Look at all the pretty Jace in the background, you guys. Jace, Jace, Jace. Medical preps are extremely important. I find it interesting with all the little trails in the sky. Um, your first snowfall is actually the most dirty snowfall. That's when actually all of the moisture picks up everything in the air. So if you have like inversion, pollution, those kind of things, they can get trapped in there. The rechargeable ones are the ones I have my daughter took. Oh, my kids always take my rechargeable hand warmers. Have you seen the rechargeable socks? They are glorious, you guys, glorious. She meant to say it gets too cold, but then it came out as code. I know, Karmic, when I read it, I was like, "Code? Cold." Yes. Bring your medications into the same room that you are trying to keep warm. They are pricey, but at the same time, so is a doctor's visit. So for us, that one right there is my daughter's. When we travel for dance, we do a lot of traveling for sports. We always just take it with us. I like that you guys all understood what I was talking about. Yeah, it degrades long-term yep. Coats. Cold. Ashley's like, "I can't handle this no more." She's like, "Absolutely not." She's like, "The autocorrect over here is ridiculous." You got the Jace travel kit. It was the easiest experience, right? Like, I will tell you right now, when it comes to Jace, for me, I love it because medical gear costs less than a funeral flowers. Yes. Antibiotics are life-saving. There's just certain things your body is not going to be able to fight off. Herbal is amazing for preventative, but if I have bronchitis or pneumonia or an infection, I am going to go to my Jace case. Very simple. Very simple. And antibiotics save lives. They'll switch it out. Gaga X, when you fill out your form, you just tell them your allergies and they'll swap. It's amazing. The way that they do that is absolutely amazing, amazing. Um, I'm allergic to sulfa-based medications, and they swap mine out, no problems, no issues. 0 problems, 0 issues. One of the easiest ways for me to get medication, and then same with my kids. They've been really good about it. Yeah. Herbs don't always get yeah. I do like herbs, and I do believe and know that a lot of them do work, but remember preventative is great. Jace does have Tamiflu. Mhm. Serena, welcome in, welcome in. We are trying something different. How are you guys feeling about the setup? Are you guys liking it? Is it too much? Is there too much on the screen? This is a new one for us. I haven't had this much control in a while. I learned about fire naders last year and now it's snow naders this year, right? 2026 literally told 2025 hold my beer. That's what they said. It literally said, "You know what? We're just gonna make this more intense than anything." I'm just trying to figure out how to comment back. It's a little different than TikTok. You can't do the @ symbol. Chrissy, Joey, do you remember how to comment back? We are just learning this system. It feels a little bit more relaxed. I mean, it feels like we get a little less trolls in here. Why would you say that, Billy D? Oh, man. You know what? Just because you said that, your girl's stressed out. We're just, mhm. Yeah, there you go. You guys are driving me crazy. The whole TV thing. I end up more with more promiscuous comments over here. It's a little weird. I don't know how I feel about it. Megan, thank you so much for the sticker, the gift. That was so kind of you. And I have a projector on my wall. Ugh, I'm gonna click this down. You all know that like my anxiety, my social anxiety just like goes through the roof. I'm a little hermit. And you're making my anxiety go through the roof a little bit. I do love this. And I love that we're going to be having more live streams over here. I think it's going to be better. Anyone have a good source for IV fluids? I have a friend that's a nurse that brings me them home. And then my mom was on IV fluids, so we have a ton after she passed away, unfortunately. My daughter is taking notes off of your shelf. Oh, I love that. For your daughter, let's see. All right, over here we have this one. This one's my favorite. This is a grilled chicken with potatoes and gravy. This is my kids' favorite and our favorite. When you're on them, it's like you're in the room with us. Okay. I don't know how I feel about that, you guys. My anxiety's through. This is my salsa recipe. If you join the Discord, my salsa recipe is in there. It's completely free. It's one of my favorite recipes. Anybody can do it. My favorite is my peaches. I'm a peach junkie. And then potatoes. That's our mascot, Jake. That's whiskey, cinnamon, vanilla peaches. And he is not allowed to be eaten because everyone on TikTok got very emotionally attached to Jake. And unfortunately, he is still here. Next to it is ketchup. And then you have some carrots right there. And that's just a side little view. Billy D just dropped the Discord so you guys can join it. It's a completely free app, just where you can meet like-minded preppers with like-minded questions and get to know each other a little bit better. You put one of your videos on and you noticed, oh gosh, we ride at dawn for Jake. See, they're crazy over Jake. You'll be canning my salsa recipe more than the barbecue sauce. So my ketchup recipe is a mixture. I have not posted that one yet, but it is a mixture between ketchup and barbecue sauce, and I really love it. Yep, Jace removes the increases for insurance companies and it saves you money. Yes. The amount of times I have to go to the doctor's office when I'm sick, I know that I get bronchitis very easily. I don't know how I feel about you guys saying I'm on your wall right now. I am a very modest, humble person. I don't know how I feel about this, and I need you to take me off your wall. That's fine. There's no, I understand the pain of rejection hurts, but you can come back. You can come back and always hang out with us. I promise. It's always a good time here. Megan's like, never. Oh, Megan, I need you to stop. This is so uncomfortable. I'm going to put us on a brief intermission in just a moment. I'm just kidding. So, anyways, there's so many people. Some of these comments, y'all are wild in here. Y'all wild, but I'm sure that you guys are just having a great time. I don't go to the doctors unless I'm very, very sick, and I don't do checkups for preventative things. Cheryl, neither do So the only time I go is when I know that I have bronchitis. Like I can just feel it and I'll go, then I pay a copay, then they say come back in a few days. If it doesn't get any better, then I go back in a few days, I pay another copay, and then sometimes they decide they're like, "Oh, we're going to do a flu test." And then they're like, "It's negative, it's nothing." And by the time I'm at my third visit, I get x-rays. My bronchitis has now moved into pneumonia. I have walking pneumonia, and I stopped like 3 years ago and went with Jace. It was that simple. And after that, now I'm just like, "Nope, I don't need to." That's very personal, Cheryl. You have almost a year's supply of meds. And I like the fact that they do it for your kids too. Little Red Hen, you have been a member for 4 months. We are actually gonna start doing some membership videos, which I think are gonna be really fun. I'm very excited to kinda just, like, make this our hub and take this to a different level. And I like the control I get in these live streams. I'm very interested to see how this is all. Give me 24 to 48 hours with this app. I'm sure I can make it a little bit better. A little bit, not the best, but a little bit. Huh. I'll look at that, Mr. T. It'll be good. I'm excited. Did Little Red Hen, did you see the new intro that Joey made? Oh, we got to give him another round of applause on it, you guys. Should we drop it one more time? Let's make him blush.
In the ashes of the end rises the Doomsday Queen.
So good. So good. It was amazing. Some people do vacuum seal their meds. Isn't that pretty amazing? Oh my gosh, Megan, thank you so much for the gift. I appreciate it. Isn't that amazing? I feel like we're just going to bring this to a whole different level. A whole different level. Now that I'm just experimenting with it a little bit more, I was trying to decide if I've fallen in love with live streaming over here or not. And so now I feel like I have the technology that we can be able to monitor these storms a little bit more. We can drop up more reels and really improve our editing, because over on TikTok, I would have been in trouble for using something that wasn't authentic just then, even though it was made for us. Hi, Jordan. Welcome in. Welcome in. Ooh, what is your opinion and on expiration dates on ooh, this is a good one. Um, I say do your research and they last very long time past their shelf life. Now, does some medications have half-lives? Yes, they do. And they can degrade over time, but you can do your research on it. I went to school for biology. A lot of medications last a really long time. A lot of medications last a really long time. In case you couldn't hear that and I'm on your TV and this just got really weird. Logain just said, I just downloaded Discord. Well, welcome in. I hope you get into the Discord. Joey, how many new members do we have on the Discord since that link was posted? Oh, I think we're going to get Mike Tango Whiskey on Friday. Are you guys excited? Are you guys excited? I would say definitely do your research. It reminds me of those people with posters on their wall in high school. So I think we're going to have a lot of fun with this. I think it's going to be great. It's going to be a great way for us to balance in. Now, opinions on dates of foods. Okay, so dates of foods. So for stuff like this that I can myself, I say 5 years. Will it last much longer than that? Yes, it will. However, the nutritional value will degrade over time. And when I'm choosing to can food, I want to eat it with the most nutritional value possible. So I'm constantly in rotation of it. Now, can it last a long time past expiration date? Yes. Are you looking for dense bulges, um, smell, taste, sight? Your senses are your biggest indicator. And yes, I have eaten things that are quite a few years past expiration date. I'm bug over there. Yay, Karmic. I love that. Hi, E. James. How are you? 160 million are under a cold alert. Yep. I believe they've upped the number to 200 million. I could be wrong. Yep. Do some research. There is a lot of research out there. Heart meds are the ones you don't want to take a chance. I agree with that. I definitely agree with that. You just found 3-pound tub of Folgers that expired in 2020. Drink it. Fine. Fine. I am definitely not a coffee snob, so I love to drink my coffee. I don't get the hype of Starbucks or lattes. I used to be a barista. I think it's way too much milk and Joey, how many new users do we got? Hold on, I'll tell you. I'll tell you right now. I'll open Discord. Let's see. Discord. Oh my goodness, look at that. We are almost at 1,200 members. Black coffee here. I like black coffee. Yep. I think it's a suggestion. 13 inches in Central Ohio just received your inheritance. You installed a whole house standby generator. Wow, that was so smart. Hold on. I'm going to put you up. I don't know how to do this. Hold on. We're going to get better at this. Roger. 2 stoves for the house and plenty of preps. I love that. That's amazing. Are still covered in ice and snow in Kentucky. How has the hospital been, Serena? The almost hit the goal. We'll keep dropping that Discord link and hopefully people join. Hi, Nuke. Welcome in. Welcome in. Bracing for single digits. It was cold here. It was 19 degrees, but we got no snow. Utah is going to have a really dangerous fire season. I can tell you that. You just found black olives that expired and oh, geez, let me find this comment. It was still good. Joanne's like, I took 0 risk with it. We went for it. Hi, Bob. Welcome in. Welcome in. Oh my gosh. Nuke says it was negative 26 in Indiana. Oof. Do I have a goal and stuff on here? I have no idea how to do that yet, Megan. No idea. Not a clue. Big Buddy is raging at the moment. Yep. Hi, Mother with a dragon tattoo. I have no idea how to do anything on this app yet. I will not lie to you even for 1 second. No idea. We're learning new stuff. Welcome in, Kevin. Welcome in. We're just learning. We're just going to continue to learn a little bit more about this app. Everybody in the chat, drop an emote if you like us doing more live streams over here. I've done hurricanes, now ice twice, hot as hell, cold as hell. I don't lose the stuff in my deep freeze. Exactly. Mother with a dragon tattoo, 10 degrees. You're in Jersey. It feels like -7. I bet. Ada says she likes it here. Kevin says he likes it here. Tiffany likes it. Okay, all right. I'm feeling like we're getting there. Do I grow the majority of my food? Yes. Yes, I do. The majority of what I can, I grow myself, except for the meat, obviously. And hopefully we'll be able to branch out a little bit more. This year, have I showed you guys my seed binder? Would you guys like to see that? Since we are all snowed in, except for Utah. I am not snowed in, but everybody else is snowed in. And maybe this will be a great idea for you guys because you probably haven't seen it yet on this app. It went crazy viral the hubby is upstairs, Kevin. It went viral about 3 years ago. It was actually one of the first videos that reached in the millions for me, but I will show you what we do. This granny needs to be in the Key West watching CF with a martini. I love it. Let's do it. All right, let's get a binder and I will show you what my seed binder looks like. This is her. She looks so dainty, right? So incredibly dainty. I am going to sit on my knees because I have not figured out a setup. I need something to prop my computer up, and I will be actually setting up my camera hopefully this week so we can do live streams off of that instead of the laptop one. I know it's a little fuzzy and doesn't have the 4K quality of what I'm looking for. This is my seed binder. She is intense. All right. Oh gosh. Let's start opening her. Okay. So she looks a little something like this. This is how I keep my seeds organized. I know which seeds I have, which ones I'm going lower and lower and lower in. I've been doing this for many, many years. If you've ever seen this, this is probably from one of my viral videos. A lot of people copied it, ended up everywhere, which is perfectly fine because I'd rather have you copy it than not have your seeds. Okay. But this year, we are starting to grow out on the property because hopefully this well will be done. Kelly and Chrissy kicked me in the butt and was like, you need to call him back and have him out there. So I'm going to call him tomorrow morning and see if he can get out there. It is a very good looking seed binder, isn't it? Hold on. We're not even halfway through her. Okay. I'm going to be very honest with you. I think people lie to you on how long seeds. That's about it. I still have a few empty sheets over here, but seeds last a really long time. I will be very honest with you. Okay, so this is spinach. When did I buy this? I grew this one. I'm out on this one. So I had it up front so I could see. What year did I buy this one? 2022. 2022. And I've used every seed and it grows. The older your seeds are, the slower the germination rate. Why are comments in two different places? I don't know. Kelly, do you want me to take it down? Does it look weird? Does it look weird? I don't know how I did it. I was trying to have fun with it. I'm sorry. Hi, Kevin. Have a great night. I will tell my husband that you said hi. It's time to game. Oh, I feel that. Because then you can see him on your TV. Oh, okay. Oh, Mr. T, I got some of those too. But your seeds will last a very, very long time. Germination rate goes down over time. So some of my seeds, I know that I got one from like a survival kit, right? And I got those 4 years ago. Their germination rate had dropped dramatically, intensely, and very dramatic. So for those seeds, I wouldn't be using those for this year. You were just planning your beds. Yes, for the end of February. I am going to be starting ours. Hopefully we can get out the garden area. I'm hoping Sunday that I'll start installing the fences around it because I have to keep the antelope and the deer and the elk away from there. So elk like to winter down where my property is. And then we also have deer and a ton of antelope, jackrabbits, coyotes I'm not so worried about, but I have to keep critters away from there, and so we're having manure hauled in and some topsoil hauled in. So we're gonna start doing the garden out there, but I have to start my seedlings in here. I heard putty seeds, plastic containers. Putting seeds in plastic container destroys them? Hmm. Anybody else ever hear that? Chrissy, have you ever heard that? That's questionable because I have other seeds that are in plastic containers, and I had no problem. Hold on, let me grab them really quick. They're just right behind. I have a few like vaulted style seeds. Good evening, Douglas. Welcome in. So I do have like a container like this. I am replacing. Oh, that's upside down. Let's not do that. They look like that. And I've used a good majority of them. So like this one's out. This one's almost out. That one's almost out. And I need to recycle through, but I've never really had a problem, and they are in plastic containers. And I've never had any problems with that. We hauled our already bigger this year. Well, with the cost of groceries, y'all need a victory garden. Just try to grow something. It'll get easier. Wheat berries do last forever. So over here, I have multiple 5-gallon containers that are filled with wheat berries. I love them. Did you try to cold cycle them? No. Ooh, no, I didn't. Do you think that if I froze them and then defrosted them, that they would work better? Maybe. Maybe plastic under a light might hurt them. I'm not quite sure. My grandfather told me never put your seeds in a plastic bag. I don't think I've ever put them in a plastic bag. I mean, they are in like, I don't know, like Pokemon style collector things. I do have these like things listed. They're on my Amazon shop. I can drop those links if you guys want them, of where I found these, but that's the inserts that I use for my seeds. Oh, I thought my seeds were spilling. It got really weird, and I'm sorry that the lighting is a little off. You just go to the Amish and ask for their old seeds. That's genius. So during this cold weather, who else in here is planting their garden? So they're a little bit bigger than the baseball card holders. The card holders are slimmer. These ones are a little bit wider. Yours are plastic cylinders. Oh, that's smart. Oh, is it Matt? Is it overlapping? Do you guys not like it? Do a search for the 1940s victory gardens, wartime propaganda style videos. Great videos, just don't use it. Yeah, I don't want to get flagged for content. I think it's going to be a very interesting year. You have price increases, obviously a dramatic weather change. Okay, Matt says it's not overlapping. That's good. You have dramatic weather changes. You have all of these things that are shifting around each other, right? Which then you also have like the pressures of war And I'm not gonna lie to you guys, pressures of civil war. I know a lot of people get really emotional into their politics or get overly emotional into what my politics are. I'm a constitutionalist. I believe firmly in the Constitution. I believe it is what our forefathers wanted, and probably means I'm in a cult, but I'm okay with that. Um, I believe that the Second Amendment's important, the First Amendment. The Third Amendment is extremely important, and most people don't even know what the Third Amendment is. The Fourth Amendment, the Fifth Amendment. There's so many things that are so important for us. Marianne says, my seeds are in a binder like yours. But we are living in some very trivial times, and it's not just us. There's other countries too. The UK is going through extreme censorship. You have literally 1984's The Book playing out in modern day time in front of you. We must be in the same cult. I guess so. Like sometimes people get very emotional, and I'm like, especially with the latest stuff that's happened in Minnesota. I mean, I'm gonna just touch on it a little bit. I carry. My husband carries. I always carry. And if I saw somebody get pushed into a vehicle, woman, man, anything from behind, I would step in. It does not mean that I would pull, okay? But I am always carrying. And you have a right to conceal. And so for that, when I watched it, I was like, well, then I would probably get shot too. Not so much planting a garden, but planting construction areas. Ooh, okay. Congratulations. Hunger is starting to break ground on his property. I love that. It is such a satisfying feeling to break ground. See, exactly. I have a conceal, my husband has a conceal, and you never know when things are going to escalate further and further and further, but you have a constitutional right to carry. And if you get a concealers, you have rules you need to abide by. Your husband has a DD-214, and he firmly believes World War III is super unlikely. Interesting. Does he also know that they are trying to get rid of airborne because they believe drone attacks will kill anybody who jumps out of um, planes or helicopters? Did you know that? It's something that they're moving towards right now. We asked if you were going to try to get your hands on a hydro garden. Ooh. Hurricane parties are a thing here. I love that. All right, I'm going to open a poll. Can I open a poll on here? I've never done this. I don't think I have the same. I don't think I can do that. Well, I wouldn't. Okay, you're making it politics, honey. If I went to pick up somebody and I have 18 videos downloaded and in slow motion. So before you come at me, I am going to tell you right now, an officer grabbed that woman by the back of her head and slammed her into a vehicle. That is parts of the video that are cut off. I do have the full clip. I do. If somebody grabs somebody by the hair and I went to reach down and that same officer came up behind me and started macing me, you have a right to protect yourself. Do you understand that? You have a right to say, no, whoa, whoa, whoa. You do not get brutality of force. I am so sorry. I'm so sorry. This is not feelings. Being maced while turned around helping somebody up, there is no excuse. There is zero. This is not politics. By the way, I'm extremely conservative. Since some of you guys decide that you're not, or because I say that entire force needs to be ripped off the street. They are high strung. They have lost all sense of bearings. How would I know that? I also used to drive convoys. I've watched an entire platoon light up a house with children in it because they were overstressed and overworked and they had been overblown up and they needed to be removed. Okay. They needed to be removed out of that field. I'm sorry. I will say the hard things that hurt feelings. That is the hard thing for people to understand. That was brutality of force. That was brutality of force. He was face down, and I have in slow motion, literally from 6 different angles, somebody beating him in the head with a mace can. That is brutality of force. Those guys, that entire unit should be pulled from the streets. That entire unit. You suck. Congrats. What are you going to do? Hurt my feelings? Unfortunately, that level of brutality was not matched. When you grab somebody by their hair and slam them into a car, that wasn't even the person who got shot. That wasn't even the person. Can a mod mute Last Dance? Good luck. It was beyond. I'm extremely conservative, but I am the first person who says, once I looked at that, I counted how many people I watched and I said, I want the first 30 seconds. I'm watching the first 30 seconds. Shoving people when they're in front of you, like just walking around, they need to be pulled off the streets. They are a liability. I'm so sorry. I'm not saying all ICE units are the same way. They are a liability. That is not okay. Yep. But see, all people can be oversensitized, okay? This is not just, oh, one unit, one thing. It can happen in military units, it can happen in police forces, it can happen to nurses, it can happen to doctors. They sometimes you just have to step back, unfortunately. One person, two person, please, regards. One person, two person. What is the name of the tent that I have? Hold on, let me think. Let me look it up. Hold on. Let me look it up on the site that I got it. I got mine at a Cabela's, which is technically a Bass Pro. It's a one person. It's a two person technically, but it's very close. That's 8 person. Where? Show me smaller. It's not the 3 person dome. Mine is long. I just don't remember the brand. People want to make things way too political, and I agree with that. They've lost the ability for, yeah. And unfortunately, it can happen to anybody. Okay. I'm not saying one person's bad. I'm not saying one group is bad. I'm not saying anything like that. Watching that and watching the repercussions prior and the aftermath, unfortunately, uh, it's, sadly, there's not much I can do further about it, you know? You serve tomatoes, cucumbers, and marigolds, and asparagus. Nice. Yeah, I'm watching people like pull up I'm watching just different content creators pull clips of this or that, and then they're trying to justify one. situation. Will you be doing canning lives? I have to figure out how to do that with my computer system in my kitchen. I'm not sure how I'm gonna pull that off, but we're gonna try. It might have to be from my phone, but we would not be able to use the technology we have here. Yeah, TikTok's going through some issues tonight. They're going through some issues. But I mean, I am conservative. I am also very liberal. Like I grew up very you guys don't really know me very well. Hi. Some people are calling me CF, charmingly frugal over on TikTok, Doomsday Queen, but my name is Crystal. My mom was extremely liberal. I grew up with two moms. I lived in Oregon and Washington, very Pacific Northwest. I went to a lot of bluegrass festivals and lived out of a station wagon and pretty much just lived a very hippie life. Okay. Somewhere along the lines, a lot of liberal style thinking turned into extremely conservative thinking. And so I always say that I am a very big blend in the middle. When I got deployed, was deployed under George Bush. I absolutely could not stand that president. And then got put under Obama, who I would voted for and ended up disliking him more than I disliked Bush. And I didn't know that was possible. So I like to stay very neutral in a sense of I'm going to criticize all sides. What happened in Minnesota? That was brutality of force. I'm so sorry. Um, they should not be having these agents on the street without police officers there that actually have a code of conduct. That on that level right there, I mean, if he would have survived, he would have been able to sue. I'm telling you, the slow motion with his hands on the ground, somebody with their literal knee on their neck. Like people burnt cities to the ground over George Floyd, knee on the neck, but then being bashed in the head with a mace. There was no way in court for that to be argued. I'm so sorry. And honestly, the woman who was grabbed by her hair and slammed into the car could sue. Could sue. That was beyond brutality of force. And sadly, we have to not be sheep and we can't follow things blindly because one party believes this and one party believes that. Here's the thing, I conceal and carry at all times. I'm not going to ask questions. If somebody grabs somebody and slams them in, and I go to reach over to pick them up, and all of a sudden I am being maced, I am going to try to get out of there. Also, I am a constitutionalist. I believe in the Constitution. I believe you have a right to a trial and due process. I do believe that the government cannot seek shelter inside your home unless it is in wartime merit. That is the Third Amendment. You do not have to turn over everything to the government. I believe things a little bit different because that's what our forefathers wanted. That doesn't mean I picked a side. I have cabbage and onions growing right now. Nice. I have all my garlic out. And then I'm going to start some seedlings here this week. And if you guys don't believe the same way I do, that's okay. You all are entitled to your opinion. But if you have to go to name calling and calling me names, that means you have no thought process. Have a good argument with me. Say, I think that this was right, that he resisted arrest and then he wouldn't have gotten shot. Also, I believe in arrest warrants. And I also believe that you actually have to commit a crime. And at that moment, when he reached down to pick her up and got maced, that was the moment that argument for legal standing left. Just so you all are clear, the moment he got maced, when he reached down to pick somebody up, was the moment the legal standing of resisting arrest had left the building. It would have been different if it was face on. It would have been different. You're totally good, Karmic. I mean, I do believe that a lot of this stuff should have been arrested and that there should be due process and consequences. 100%. 100%. Like, I mean, y'all are allowed to have an opinion. Just don't call each other names. That's the only rule I have. Don't call each other names in the chat. Everyone can have a different opinion. On TikTok, I host different opinions all the time. You don't have to be afraid to be like, no, I don't agree with you. I'm not going to get my feelings hurt and be like, oh, ban. I'm just not like that. There was an avalanche, or oh, wow, that twang came out real quick. There was an avalanche in northern Pennsylvania yesterday. Wow. Did anybody know that there was an avalanche in Pennsylvania? Okay, tell FAFO I'm voting for you now. I mean, I would be a dictator. Don't vote for me. I would make people remember what the Constitution sounds like and stands for. Don't vote for me. That's a long going thing on TikTok. People say, I want to vote for you, blah, 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 blah. I will never run. It's a long-standing joke for a couple of years, and I always say, "I will be a dictator, and I will make you appreciate the Constitution. You all have a right to the Constitution if you are in the United States. If you're not, that sucks." Gaga says she will not get upset if you disagree. Like, 100%, I agree, Mama Bear, that people need to remember. Like, I really don't care if you disagree. I think everyone's opinions are valid and you all have the freedom of speech. The moment you start calling each other names, then the conversation takes a different turn and then people stop listening and they start reacting. And when SHTF happens, we want to have rational listeners and not reactive listeners. Well, there's a thingy here. Boop. So who in here still has power? Oh, somebody just asked a question. What Douglas said, that's why I think it was escalation of force. It wasn't clean. That one right there. 100%. That was panic. Panic. In my opinion. You could have a totally different one. You have power. You were just reading your material out. If the power goes out, you have the pocket constitution. I love a good pocket constitution. I'm telling you, just get your knickers in a bunch. Okay, I like the Constitution. It's what makes us cool. Yes, we have power. Why you got to jinx us? Hold on. I'll knock on wood. I'm knocking on the wood. Don't worry. I'm not going to jinx you. Hopefully not. I mean, there is about 800,000 people without power right now. Right? Isn't it 800,000 plus businesses? Who has ice on their power lines? Oh, that's what that does. Hoo-hoo. Ooh, sorry, I'm gonna play with these because I've never used this on live stream yet. We got some cool ones in here. We still have power. Several roofs collapsed. Oh, that's the one I'm worried about with the feet of snow. Some of the roofs down south are not designed for the weight bearing. Approximately 800,000 without power. All right, we're gonna load this. Keep dropping. How much snow and ice does everyone have?
In the ashes of the end rises the Doomsday Queen.
It's still so good. Okay, continue. I am going to continue to look at it. Code Red, how much snow do you have on your roof? The power grid is fragile. Received an email from the power company to conserve power because of extreme cold. Yes. It is going to struggle with the output. 100%. Am I without power? No, Yvonne, I did not get hit by the storm at all. In Utah, I am just a spectator at this point. I am very sad and disappointed. 5 inches of ice. Jeez. Let's see more of that video. I know it's Joey, we're gonna need we're gonna need another one too to go on after that one. 17, 3 inches of ice, approximately 8 to 10 inches of snow. See, that is the hard part is the ice weighs the weight of the snow, the ice. You guys, we are about 4 people away from hitting our goal on Discord. Is there anybody else that wants to join the Discord before we end the live stream here in 20 minutes? Longer videos of that. Selena says 26 inches of snow. Selena, you're in Canada, right? Crazy Fern. I know. I never thought a snowstorm would be named Fern. I will say that. Billy D just dropped the Discord in the chat. We've had less snow this winter. Summer might be crispy fried. That's how we feel too. ABB. Here in Utah, we got nothing. Our peaks are bare. You downloaded Discord for this? Welcome in, Colin. I do like it. We might have to make another one too. We have mountains on our street. Well, I'm very jealous. I am worried that Utah is going to be just on fire. A glazing on the coast, but not too much. I don't get the Discord thing. So Discord is an app. It looks like this. And so we have a bunch of channels in here. So for instance, general chat, people, oh gosh. Everybody always knows more things than I know. Well, apparently they made a really cool cover photo. Way to go, Mike. The UK urban prepper. But people will talk about things. You also have like recipes. You have sourdough talk. You have Mylar. You have freeze drying. You have pew pew talk. You can talk about your guns, your ammunition. You can even see into some of my safes, which is always one that people want to kind of know what I'm building or working on. It pretty much is just a bunch, think old school website where it's like, where you have the tab region on it. And you can go in and it's just like an open forum that you guys can discuss, get to know each other better, bounce different ideas off. We even have like comms chat rooms, all kinds of different things. Every one of my moderators is proficient in a different area of prepping, which a lot of people don't know. So if you have met any of my moderators in here, all of them prep on different levels. They all do something a little bit different than the other person, which I think creates a very strong unity. I don't want 20 doomsday queens. I don't want 20 doomsday kings out there. I want people who are different, that do things just a little bit different, that are unique. I'm in Florida, but I was stormy and now the temp is dropping. Are the iguanas going to drop from the trees? It's way healthier on Discord than Reddit. Yeah, no, I don't want to go to Reddit. No, I've been there, done that, got the t-shirt. No, thank you. No, absolutely not. So we are going to be doing guests over here. We're going to be doing a lot of things different. What flash? Hold on. What flash? I don't do any. I have an intro and an exit. That's it. This allows people said that they like it because they're watching on their TV. There is no sounds. There is literally I can, like do you guys want me to turn my camera? Hold on. Don't judge. Okay. Actually, I'll just tilt. Like, there's literally just like one light behind you guys, like one stream light behind you guys. I do host live streams like, 20 hours a week. I do like this app because I'm going to be able to like pause it and take a break for a moment, take a sip of my drink, have a moment. Annie says, if it feels like it's too much razzle dazzle, I'm so sorry. You're stuck in the hospital in the surgery rehab unit. Facility is in lockdown mode. Staff keep updating you on the weather and your family keeps you informed. Annie, so many prayers for you guys, for you, and stay safe. And I hope you're healing up good. Is it too much? Country, do you think it is? I try not to do too much. I do want to have a little bit more control, and I definitely needed a platform because when I do interviews with other people, I normally do it off of Zoom and I have to download it, and there's just a lot of editing, and Zoom doesn't want me to do anything more than a 1-hour interview, and I feel like for people who are into the same field as me, we could talk for hours. You love the intro? Well, if it's too much, I mean, I can dole it down. He's valid on his opinion because I don't use AI. Like I'm not going to do B reels over my videos and stuff like that is just something I'm not into, you guys. I want real, I want humans. And I just thought maybe this would help. When people are coming back to rewatch the live, they can see comments come in. Maybe the intro? Is the intro the flash? That's where if there is something that's flashing in the background, please tell me. No, no, no. Me and him both are friends with the same person. So that's why he's valid on his opinion. Alfred, you stop it. Alfred's out of control. This is what's going to allow me to do dual stream. So dual stream on Discord. Alan, you're 100% right. That's one of the reasons why I went here is because I am going to make YouTube my home hub. What Alan said. I'm going to make YouTube my home hub. So for me to be able to live stream and dual stream, I'm only going to do that once a week, but I'm going to change it and bring it more here, which is what everybody said that they wanted to do, right? Well, one of my moderators dropped JB the Discord link into the chat. But that's something people were asking. They said, "Hey, I want you to be more on here." So I am lowering my time on TikTok so I can be here more and be way more consistent. It's just too much doing 5 different apps at the same time. So here's my home hub. This is where I clip from, and then I'll take my clips to other hubs, but that's it. Oh, really, Kelly? What happened? Wait, what? Did I miss a comment? What made you laugh? On here, you can come back and rewatch the live. So that is one thing that I was keeping in mind. Kelly, thank you so much for dropping that Discord link. Don't change anything. Be yourself. Douglas, no, not so much. Last live stream, I got yelled at by somebody named Misty. Misty, are you still here? Misty said it wouldn't hurt me if I started to wear makeup more. I mean, I can. I just don't feel like that's like I do wear makeup. It's just not my like wham jam. Thank you, ma'am. They said it wouldn't kill you to wear a little makeup. I was laughing. I was like, oh, jeez. I was like, I don't want to be stuck in the apocalypse with you because everyone's going to look a little rough. All right. I know I always do my makeup, but I do it natural, Megan. Sometimes there's like a little bit of like shine or something, but I do it always natural. So that's why I was like, oh, ouch. Code Red's just like, I can't with people. I can't. It'll be fine. It'll be great. So I hope everyone's power is staying on. I hope everyone is staying warm. Is everybody warm? Because there's so many people out there without. Mother with dragon tattoos, I'm telling you, my haters are like the most loyal people ever. They like show up and are on a video comment like that. I'm actually very proud of my haters. Y'all kept me in business on multiple platforms. I think it's okay. I am very, very, very comfortable with it. Ooh. Louisiana's 22 degrees. We're gonna die. Oh my gosh. Billy D, I think you're being a little dramatic. Code Red says she's got the wood burning stove roaring right now. Who else is keeping their house home with wood? Thanks, Wolfpack. I appreciate you. I just always think it's funny. I tell you, YouTube, you all got the funniest comments ever sometimes. I'm like, what's the temperature in Georgia? It is 16 degrees in Georgia. You're lying. Is it really? What's the temperature where you guys are at? Propane, kerosene. All right, I like it. 14. Wow. I'm trying to get it up there. I like the fact that you guys can see it. 2 degrees is all functioning as normal. It looks. You guys are funny. Squiggle. Jeez. 52 degrees in California. Cheryl's at 15 degrees. Tiffany's at 23 in Texas. You all holding on? How's the grid doing in Texas, Tiffany? If you don't mind me asking. Jordan says, it's still warm in Arizona. Suck it up, buttercups. It's okay. She's angry. Jordan's angry. I'm just kidding. She's not mean. She's very, very kind. Teresa says it's 14 degrees. Florida is 45 degrees, but it feels like 32. Are the iguanas in the trees? I have to ask. Good night, Yvonne. I hope you have a wonderful night. Oh, yeah, you left the gates open and all that weather came down from you. Oh, geez, KT. This storm, the part that worries me is I'm hoping that people continue to see this. People stay warm. They unite as a community. They take care of each other. We don't want to see people die. That's the biggest thing. We as preppers, we will never, ever, ever want to see people die. So it's very important that we encourage others to prep. Please don't make it, you don't have to say, hey, I'm prepping for the world to end or World War III or martial law. You don't need to say any of that. You can literally just talk about natural disasters, weather, and just encourage people to prep. Even though it's always warm in a place, you still should prep for winter. And even though it's always cold in a place, you still should prep if it got too hot. Natural disasters, weather, storm systems. 40, 41 degrees behind enemy lines in Long Beach, California. I love these behind enemy lines. No, once you said it was -25, I had a feeling. I used to live in Alaska, so that's why I'm like, on some of these temperatures, like seeing these temps, I'm like, a lot of these areas aren't equipped. Up north is a lot more equipped than other places. Another storm is supposed to be coming, from what I've heard. All next week up to the Gulf. Isn't there another storm system moving too? Trent says it is -5 in northern Indiana. Trent is actually one of our younger preppers. Sorry, Trent, I'm going to call you out. Trent has been with us for about 5 years. He's in college, and he has been encouraging college students and a whole new generation to join the prepping vibe. Everybody drop a heart emote down into the chat for Trent, because that's a big deal, guys. Encouraging younger generations to pick up on habits that are from previous generations is a feat in itself. Oh, wow. Kelly said your furnace stopped working. Oh, jeez. I hope it's up and working now. Joey says there better not be another storm. I don't want any more snow. Yup. He's a little upset about it. There's another front coming in next week. That's what I have seen. It's a big deal when we start encouraging younger generations to pick up. Like, my kids know how to can, and I hope that I see as they age that they take that to their children. Chrissy, she said, Joey, you asked for snow, you're getting snow. Victoria wants some snow. A lot of people, the younger generation, it's just because it's not affecting them, right? Somebody's still going to take care of them. It was repaired by the gas company that night. That's wonderful. Joey was without power for the last week. Or not power, heat. A little bit longer than that, but we won't judge. Oh, your grandson went boar hunting. I'm supposed to go boar hunting, I'm hoping, this spring. I really don't understand the groundhog. I don't know which way is which. What does it mean? If he sees the shadow, it's a longer winter, or if he doesn't see it? You might have to explain this. I've never been able to follow it. I just like the movie Groundhog Day. Maybe I should move the other comments. Should I move the other comment section down? Like 1 inch? Either way, it's 6 more weeks of winter. I think either way, I don't know what's going on with these storms. I do not quite understand it, but hopefully everyone stays warm, safe, practice your backups, know what to do if you lose power, know where your flashlights are, know where your emergency preps are, guys. Prepping is not to just chuck it in the back of a closet. If he sees his shadow, it's 6 more weeks of winter. Ooh. I've never had boar. I've never had boar. I want to go on a boar hunt. I've never gone boar hunting ever. What's that mean? Kathy says, "My boyfriend shot a groundhog. What does that mean for the winter forecast?" I have no idea. No idea. 32 degrees in Florida. Jeez, that seems cold. If he sees a shadow, it's supposed to be 6 more weeks of harsh winter. I think that little shit lies to us. I have no idea, Alan. I've never gone. Is there like a real groundhog or is this like a metaphoric groundhog? Is there like a living one? Maybe I've lived under a rock. We're still gonna get 6 more. It's winter forever. Megan says winter forever. No. No. Winter is coming. It's real? No, you're lying. Is it real? Hold up. Y'all be going to a real groundhog looking for intellectual intelligence? Hold on. I don't think I got I don't think I got the yeah, hold on. Thank you for telling me it's muted. As a whole, we aren't the bright. I really didn't think that the groundhog was real. I'm muted. Thanks, Joey. Thank you, you guys. I watched Groundhog Day. I thought literally you guys just like pick a random groundhog every year and that's how you guys decide Groundhog's Day. I mean, I like the movie. I just didn't realize it was real. And how do they select the groundhog? Is it like a breeding thing? Do they just like pass the groundhog down? I believe in some weird things too. So, it's fine. Hi from Australia. Yeah. But I thought it was metaphorical. I didn't think there was a real Phil. How old is he? Groundhog, the movie is old. How long do groundhogs here like live? He is kept like royalty. It's like on the movie. No freaking way. No freaking for real? They replace him as needed. So then they just keep renaming him. the former mayor of New York dropped the groundhog, murdered him, and then they replaced him? Teresa, stop it. What is do they just have a bin of groundhogs and they just go and pick up a new one and then just replace them and then it's new fill? And they say wearing a tinfoil hat is crazy. That's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. Can we touch in? Is there any Canadians here? Can we touch in on your is it the prime minister that said the first world order? Can we talk about that? Y'all know something we don't know? I mean, obviously we know that there's a first world order that may or may not happen. This is all for entertainment purposes. But yeah, can we Ooh. Oh geez, I did not get people listed. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I see Teresa has her mod. Where is Serena? Serena, write in the chat so I can find you. Thanks for texting me. I didn't vote for him. Squiggle's like, I did not vote for him. Jordan, can you write in the chat also? I'm not seeing Serena. Where's Serena? Where is she? I need Jordan and Serena. There we go. Oh no. Oh no. How do I fix this? I might have to do it from a normal YouTube without this thing. It's not letting me do it. I don't know how to add you. It's only giving me the option to put you in a timeout or ban you. Okay. Jordan and Serena, both of you guys text me so that I can do it from my other end. Canada just paired with China. Everything that's coming from Mexico is now coming out of Canada. Is coming from Canada now. Huh. Canada has gone insane. Wow. I didn't mean like actually Canada is going insane. I'm just reading. Oh, I cannot add mods while live. Thanks, Kelly. That sounded dirty. I'm so sorry. Only thing we can do is the drama teacher. Y'all going through it. We're going through it too, though. Don't worry. He was installed. Okay, thanks for saying it like that. On TikTok, people get very, very offended by my thoughts on what's going on in Canada. I'm so sorry if I do offend you. I've seen someone add irony. I think it's because I'm on Streamlabs and so I don't have access to it as if I was going live stream like off my phone or off the actual YouTube app. So I feel like that's probably my issue. JB says, any tips on finding a prepper husband? I would just like ask him 5 days a week, Mike Tango. I am here full time. I have made the full switch. I am here on YouTube full time. No more trying to juggle between the two. TikTok did us dirty over there. So I am full time here. I'm going to pin him. Y'all should give him a follow. He's great. We are going to, I just saw your email. We are linking up to do, I feel like we should just do like a conversation. just run things off of each other. I feel like we would talk for hours. Yeah, it's possible to add a moderator on live stream. I'm just not on the app. Yeah, I don't think I can do it on the app that I'm streaming on right now. So I have to make sure that I fix that before tomorrow. I know he's great, isn't he? Mike Tango Whiskey is awesome. I loved his new, like, he just did a new kid one. I did a kid bug out bag a few years ago, and I think it's so relevant. And we'll get all the glitches and like all my moderators added in. My mods have been with me for a very long time to lower tariffs and is letting a ton of China cars into Canada. Douglas is like, don't ever. My thing is, when will Canada break away from the monarchy? That is just like maybe a small little infatuation I have. Zeke's like, I'm ready for winter to be over with. Mike Tango, are you still here? Should do another show. My live streaming is not up to par with his yet over on this app. You guys have a lot of options over here. I think that was one thing that withheld me from wanting to really push over here is because I edit everything myself. And so I'm a real person. There's only 24 hours in a day running 5 different platforms. I'm not there yet. We are still part of the Commonwealth. I really, really hope one day that you guys achieve full independence. Mhm. I think that would be really neat. And our animal preps, right? I'm a prepper. You remember my viral video? I'm a prepper. Of course, some full-grown man is gonna threaten to break into my house. Ooh, thoughts on Greenland? So I think the Greenland, and a lot of the other stuff that's going on with the power plays all comes into the AI facilities. If you look up the minerals and elements that are needed for Greenland, you will notice a lot of the countries that are all having disputes are actually very high in those elements and minerals. I think it's part of the AI push for the world. Prepping for your animals is very important because apparently there's some new deal, but honestly, I think it just comes down to a power play, unfortunately. Also, REE, rare earth elements, those are also used in nukes. They're used in AI facilities. There's just a lot to go to play with that, and a lot of people don't realize it. You can type in on your phone and ask literally what these AI data centers need for elements and minerals, and it will give you a list, and then go over Venezuela, go over Greenland, go over all these other deals. There is a ton going on that's very interlinked. Oh, you made your parents bug out bags for Christmas? I love that. I think AI is gonna take all of our jobs. I mean, TikTok just released a new terms and conditions saying any video I upload can be used to train AI and that I don't have usage rights of it. Like, I'm allowed to share it, but they still have full rights of my videos. Thanks for following Mike. Awesome. Is the power play for water? There's a lot of, different ideas behind it. The Gold Dome. I think there's a lot of different things. Also, there's only like one nuclear submarine base in all of Europe that we can dock on. There's a lot of things. There's a lot of things at play. Makes me wanna download. When you download it, they've now changed it, all your words will be off, including private messages. Yeah, that's what, they just did for TikTok. So even if I compose a message, never hit send, it can be used against me. Oh, I did not know that, Kelly. Ooh, Megan says, I still think we won't see another election." Who in here thinks we might not see another election? Mhm. TikTok also started treating their creators really badly. Very, very badly. Like, horrifically. Like, "Don't pay us?" Like, horrible. Last month, I had close to 4 million views, and I did very minimal because it was Christmas time, I'm spending time with my family. I got paid 30 bucks. Yeah, I'm done. Yeah, bye. They're more toxic than my ex. It's on your bingo card? What's on your bingo card? It's been like that Kentucky nurse since, TikTok went down. Ooh. Ooh, Code Red says it's on my my bingo card for no elections. Leaning towards no election depends on war or not. Ooh. No election. Not that I want that, just possibility. Ooh. What is on everybody else's, bingo card? Mine is definitely civil unrest, and it has been check, check, check. What is the best way to can after SHTF? Water bath. You can pressure can too. You can use propane. You can use those on burners. I have like a camp stove that I pressure can on, but sooner or later you will run out of propane. But water bath canning, you can do a ton over that. Fire NATO. Don't pressure can in a fire NATO. Hold on, hold on. Little D. Little D. I'm just kidding. What about your gifts on TikTok? Yeah, they do code red. They take 60%. And they did that right after the app went down. Oh, you guys are getting really in depth on why I'm leaving TikTok. Well, I'll still be there. I just won't be there as frequently. Control everyone's power usage. Oh, you didn't know that, Code Red? Yeah. Mhm. Definitely on the card. I know. And so many people want to pit everyone against each other. You see how like angry people get. Like they can't have a disagreement. There will be no civil war or war, but maybe things will lead up to war. I do think that will be a scare event that will make people think that there will be a war. Ooh, irony. Interesting. Here they're a lot better. I think it's like 70-30. We keep 70. I think. I don't know. I don't know what I'm allowed to say on this app. Something like that. Text me. Yeah, nobody can agree to disagree anymore. That is the part where I feel like social media plays a really big role is nobody can agree to disagree. Squiggle could have a completely different opinion than me, and as long as Squiggle didn't, like, call me names, I'm really comfortable with it. We can have different opinions and different thoughts, um, and it's okay, and I'm not gonna rage bait you in a sense of, you have to think this way and then, like, try to get a reaction so that you get so angry you curse me out. 8 degrees, but it feels like -10, Marianne. I hope you're staying warm. Well, it's a good thing that this is gonna be my hub, Cheryl, huh? It's gonna be great, right? I'm excited. I'm very excited to see this transition. Joey and everybody, Chrissy and Kelly were helping me plan things today. I feel like it's just gonna be very interesting to see this all change. Code Red? Thank you, Code Red. That was so kind. Holy cow. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Code Red. Wow. That was amazing. Thank you so much. That was so incredibly kind. Civil discussion is gone. Yeah. Platforms create division on purpose with bots and algorithms paid for. I agree with that 100%. 100%, Kelly. 100%. Don't talk mean to her, Alfred. Thank you, Code Red. That was very sweet. Having your own opinion is okay. We all don't have to agree, but never try to bring someone down, because that is one of my biggest rules. So just so you guys all know, if you're new, most of my moderators know my rules. You can't call somebody a name, some liberal name. That just causes division. You can't call somebody some MAGA name, cult member, blah, blah, blah. That just creates division. So what we try to do is have a very mature conversation where you can say, I really just don't like Trump. And I'd be like, that's okay. And somebody could say, I really don't like Biden. And that's okay. So we try not to pit, like 9:45. You want to come say hi? Look at this new streaming setup. Everybody be nice. This is my husband. Be nice to him.
In here.
Hold on. I know.
Looks great. It's
It
very
is.
bright up in here.
Oh, it's very bright. It's getting better. You can pin it.
Yeah, you got a lot going on right here. And it comes a big gift. What up,
Yay,
Kelly?
thank you so much for the super sticker. Everybody say
What
hi.
up?
If you've seen him in my chat, this is my husband.
What's up, y'all? So you're gonna cover?
Yeah, I can cover.
Okay.
Because you've been up since 5. He's like, and I'm running away. Everyone says hi. He's already booked it up the stairs. He's like, what's my favorite show or movie that depicts SHTF? Ooh. Which kind of SHTF, Douglas? This is like a favorite topic. Favorite show? I really like Jericho season 1. I was not a fan of season 2. He's a behind the scenes kind of guy. You should have seen it on the video where I'm walking out with my rifle bag and my body armor. His entire unit apparently had seen it. And they were like, we didn't know you're the Doomsday Queen's husband. And he's like, you follow my wife. This is weird. It gets weird sometimes. So it becomes really funny. Just with what I do for work. Last year's was really funny. That one last year, I think, got like 14 million views or something. It was crazy. It was really fun. He has a couple fun ones. He comes up with some of these fun ideas that he wants to do. He wants more of a comedy behind the scene. Jericho season 1, definitely good. Movies? Ooh. honestly, because I live in Utah, I really did like Homestead. There was a lot of flaws, but I did really like certain parts of it. I think almost any kind of post-apocalyptic or SHTF style show. Um, oh, thanks, Zeke. I appreciate that. That's so kind. And subscriptions on here are free. It just means you're following me, essentially. That's what it means, is that you're following me. The Road, definitely love The Road. The book is really, really good. Oh gosh, there's so many. Greenland, the Chaos. One of my all-time favorite ones. Oh my gosh. Hold on. I gotta make sure that I say the word, say it right. No. This one, I feel like it was before its time. Okay. Oh, thanks, PA. Before, I've watched only parts of the Homestead TV show. I haven't really watched it further. Old Red Dawn, like the original Red Dawn, really loved. But Goodbye World was way ahead of its time. And during the time that Goodbye World came out, everyone thought things were moving more quickly towards a more peaceful society, and it did not get the oomph it needed. Some people really hated that movie, but I really think that that's how quickly things will occur. And I do really like it because, you have friends that are off grid. Um, and everyone's already going to that cabin, and they have like the realistic, you have pretty much essentially your Jace medical. You have, he brings up some really good points of topic, and he's like, I prepped for this, you did not. And people are like, just give him the meds, and he's like, no, I put this away, it's not yours. He does fall like selfish into the idea of not having a full community. It kind of turns his back on his neighbor. But Goodbye World, I think you can find it on Amazon. You guys should watch it. Watch it. Do some homework on it. Some people hate it. Some people liked it. But I think it was before its time. I think if they re-released that movie now, it would go crazy. It would do well. Yeah, Jericho was the first one I mentioned. Jericho is one of my favorites. Have I done a video on prepping books on TikTok, but not here yet? So I feel like I have a whole open canvas of everything I can do here. And it's going to be very interesting to see me just like slam out some videos. Ooh, I love that for you, Kelly. Ooh, it's also on Plex. Thank you, Orchard Hills. I really like Goodbye World. Really, really like it. Hold on. I'll show you what it looks like. Because I think there's two movies that have the same name. It looks like this. I really enjoy it. Really, really enjoyed it. Very good. Book of Eli is good. Yes. Season 3 on Fear the Walking Dead. I actually really like his compound setup and his hidden caches. I think that those were very intuitive. And he also talks about a world without rule of law. Hi, kitty. I would say Rare Seeds. Rare Seeds. Rareseeds.com. Amazing. Love them. That's what I got in. They're all Baker's Creek over there. You can see that there's a ton. All the ones that have like a black top, that's all from there. Literally, look, there's like pages, 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 pages. I really like them. And then Chrissy goes to another place called Dollar Seeds. I don't remember. Chrissy, are you still in here, or did she pop off? She might have popped off. Goodbye World is a movie. It is a movie. You can find it on Plex and Amazon. I really loved it. But season 3 on Fear the Walking, that was the only one. Oh, did I just glitch out for everybody? I feel like my camera just glitched. Ooh, you just got your shipment from Rare Seeds? It's like the only season I really liked on Fear the Walking Dead was season 3. There's a lot of really good shows out there. A lot of really good shows. I think you can pick and choose things, like things that where I'm like, "Ugh," um, things that are flawed, things that are good. Mhm, saving your seeds, yes. I have never seen that LED. Is it flashing for anyone? Did anyone just get something weird through? Did it glitch for you guys? Anybody? Okay, because my camera keeps, like, turning on and off. No. Okay, cool. It's done it twice now. The goblin said yes. Cheryl says it's lagging a bit. Okay. Well, let's wrap up this live. It's the aliens. It's lagging a little bit. All right. Well, we'll end the live here. We will be back tomorrow. Hold on, let me tell you exactly what time we'll be back tomorrow. Let me double check really quick. A little when my husband was on. Okay. It lags at times. I don't like lag. So I'll have to figure out something with that. Maybe I'll hook the Starlink up. Jericho is great. My name is Crystal. I try to be really real. I will laugh with you. I will yeah. I enjoy a good laugh. Good conversation, good I love to talk about everything when it comes to things. Only if I move around. Huh? Okie dokie. Helping a woman off the ice is not impeding on a federal investigation. The moment somebody sprayed mace at the back of his head was not the same. But if you want to make a political argument, that's okay. You can feel that way all that you want about the situation. But that first 5 minutes of before anything happened kind of null and voids that and actually puts in escalation of force. And yeah, and I stand by my words. That entire unit should be taken off the street. Did I say all ICE units? No. Did I vote in different ways? Yeah. But you're bringing up a conversation from literally like 45 minutes ago. So, as always, you guys have a great evening. Have fun, guys.